In this time of the pandemic, where COVID-19 has crippled the world economies, where our government has ordered nationwide shutdown, where hospitals are overwhelmed.
Shortly after, the unthinkable happened.
I was literally stunned and frozen.
And their religious leaders are proven to be frauds. Where do you go to get all your questions answered and to hear what God has to say about this matter? You can only find the answers in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General YAHANNA. We give you scriptural breakdowns of world events and the up and coming world war. We will show you in the Bible where the children of Israel were the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today would suffer slavery in Jamaica, Caribbean, North, Central, and South America, and other parts of the world. We will show you in the Bible where God said he would send plagues upon the earth before he frees people from this captivity.
The World Health Organization has declared coronavirus a global pandemic.
We will give you the true teaching of the Bible, precept upon precept. To learn more, subscribe today and call the number in the description for I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. Shalom. Shalom, Israelites. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and is run today by Commanding General YAHANNA, the man with the rank and the authority to be the leader of the nation of Israel at this time. I want to say Yahweh Ba'asham Yawashai Barakatam to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Ailatan Ba'asham Yawashai to the sisters. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon scripture breakdown. All right, now today's class, we're talking about, is Ethiopia our motherland? We here in Jamaica. Is Ethiopia our motherland? What do we mean by this? What the term motherland would signify? Motherland. See if we can find motherland. All right, we see one person here, Freddie Jones. Welcome, Freddie Jones. Don't know who's Freddie Jones, but welcome. We see one person here, Freddie Jones. Welcome, Freddie Jones. Don't know who's Freddie Jones, but welcome. The founder.
Country. Motherland, one's native country.
Right. So your motherland is your what?
Native country.
Your native country.
Right.
So we hear Jamaicans referring to Ethiopia as our motherland. But really and truly, I would ask them, all right, we know that we came to Jamaica here because we were brought here because of slavery. And you know, funny enough, people that say the Rasta organization are easy, you know. You know, you have some Rastas who say, oh, when they come upon a slave ship, Ethiopia we come from, and we die before slavery.
Yeah.
No, but I wonder, is this really paranoia, man, or something? They're trying to find so every ways to validate their their philosophy on Rastafarianism.
God.
All right, so lucky to you all if I look a little distracted. I'm just trying to share the classes to the various channels so that they can really find them and watch it live just like you would be watching it here. All right. Give me a minute. All right, so the motherland is a native country. All right, in the meantime, find a scripture for me. Zephaniah 2 and verse 12.
Canada one can. Canada one can. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
All right. Now we know that we are Israelites, you know. You know, I met a Rasta yesterday who said, Israelites? No, man. All right, first of all, him say his mother is Indian.
God.
And then him say, I'm say, okay. You can see that him ear, no fully woolly ear. And then I said to him, so where your father from? Him say, my father a black man, man. I say, blacks as in him come through the descendants of the slaves. He say, yeah. I said, oh, you know, Israelites, man. He said, Israelites, not just what they are, man. I say, what do you mean by what they are? What they are when the Bible write and thing? I are Cushites. They're a long time. So I say, nobody want no more argument. Because if you admit your father come through the slave trade, and we know that it's Israelites who were in the slave trade.
God.
So how the Kush come in? You couldn't even say for your mother because you are Indian. You admit you are Indian, meaning your roots, your mother's roots is East Indian, come from India. So how you get to be calling yourself Kushite? Well, I tell you, we have it out here, man. We have it on our streets. All right, so Zephaniah 2 and 12 is telling you that the Ethiopians will be slain by the Most High's sword. Now, the big question is this. Who can guess what's the question we're going to ask now?
Slakia, if you know what I mean, if the Ethiopians are the most type people, why plan for slay them with sword?
Thank you.
God.
Thank you very much. If we know that we are Israelites, the Most High people, and we are saying Ethiopia is the motherland. So if Ethiopia is the motherland, why would the Most High want to slay the Ethiopians by his sword? Well, the Most High want to kill them out because they were one of those who were also oppressing us.
God.
When we were hiding amongst them, they don't catch you and sell you out to man just like the other nations them do. You get me?
God.
So the Most High want bust for them ass too. Just like he want clap the public enemy number one, that oppressor. Right? But You know, it's just a matter of time. All right. That's that. All right. Give me Ecclesiasticus 13.
Another one gone.
Welcome to our online viewers. Let's see who here. Tamar. Welcome, Tamar. Welcome. What's the name of the other person again? So we can see his name again. And Freddie Jones. Welcome, Freddie Jones. I find it?
Gone, sir.
Okay.
Start at verse 1.
No, man. 15 and 16. 13, you know.
Another one gone. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his kind, is like Slakia.
Every beast. Talking about that beast there is talking about animal. Every beast love its kind. You see a herd of zebra. You don't see gazelles hanging out with them. You see what you call it, the lions now, our pride. You see a pride of lions. You don't see zebras and gazelles and deers and so hanging out with the lions. As a matter of fact, you don't even see other hunters, other animals that are hunters, and they hanging out with other animals that are hunters. Take for instance the hyena. You know, you won't see the hyena hanging out with the lions, you know. And you won't see the lions hanging out with the hyenas. Why? Because when they get hungry, they still eat the one and the other. All right. But humans now. I maybe we shouldn't just say broad scale humans. Israelites. Because we seem to be the only ones who believe that we can hang out with any other nation. The other nation don't believe that, you know. But we seem to believe, yeah, man, we can go hang out with the Ethiopians, them, man. What do you mean? The king come down here and give away a piece of land and say, and you know, maybe they should have studied politics before they go take up that land, you know. Because that move was a political move. All Selassie wanted to do was to put Ethiopia on the world stage. He come and give you the land. He not give you plane fare. He not give you citizenship. Hold on. I have to try and contain myself for this class. Because this is a big joke. Look how long we have been telling these people they are not Africans. Right? Now, him don't give you plane fare, him don't give you citizenship. He don't even give you a map of the land now, but you take up yourself and go. And even start develop the land. Well, guess what? Last week, Sunday Gleaner published an article, and this obviously is not something that happened just last week, Sunday. This was something that was in the making. But the Rasta community has been keeping it in a hush. Why would they be keeping it in a hush? Who can guess? Thank you, brother. That is a big embarrassment on them. But how long can you hold it for? Some come back already, you know. But guess what now? You have those who have returned, who have gone back. Sorry, who has migrated to, well, the land name is Sashamani. I think they say it was south of Ethiopia, somewhere near Addis Ababa. All right. They went to that land that they got from Selassie, which is in Ethiopia. And they even start develop the land. Well, you know, obviously put the building house on it. Probably put businesses on it. And only to know now that Ethiopia just tell them straight up, so we're not granting you no citizenship because the Ethiopian constitution is strict and it does not allow for the Ethiopian government to grant citizenship to outsiders.
Slovakia, that's so like how America treat the Mexicans then. Slovakia, you know, second class citizen kind of thing.
But at least you get second class.
Yeah. Meaning like them are reject them, like, you know.
They treat them like rejects. This is more like the Windrush people. But then again, Ethiopia, England, and big friends, man.
Right, and
there were two allies, you know. Yeah. Back in the days when the malnourished man there was king. He was king and he was a close ally to England. Because I remember when the Italian tried to take over Ethiopia, England came to their rescue. And for you to do that, you're afraid to do them things afar. So them and England have this similar thing, it seems. Now, there's an article which we're going to read. The article kind of extensive, but we're going to try and go through all of it. That's why we're not playing a whole heap of music this week. Because we really want to cover all of it. They mentioned about Sasha Mani. They mentioned about one of our ministers who had married an Ethiopian woman. You know, sometimes, and all of them look ugly, but we don't sure all of them carry the stage. They're still. So we don't know. But, well, he don't look like an Israelite still, you know.
Minister.
Yeah. He don't look like an Israelite, so I don't know. So maybe I just a heathen marrying a heathen under the banner of being Jamaican. No, but when I look back on this, boy, you know, I'm going to start reading the article. Oh, you have the Zondervan, give me ham. We have to touch that before we even read the article. Ham from the Zondervan. Give me the definition of, not the ham that you eat from your dirty pork. Not the dirty pork one, but the dirty man.
Good.
And we always telling us that these Africans are stinking Africans. I will never believe we.
Right. Canada one can. This is in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. The youngest son of Noah.
The youngest son of Noah.
Canada one can. Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Roughly 96 years before the flood. Because them time that the man they live long. Continue.
Canada one can. And one of the 8.
Yeah, man.
Canada one can. And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right. He was one of the 8 persons to survive the flood in the ark.
Okay.
Continue.
Canada one can. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
All right. He became what does the word progenitor mean again?
Canada one can.
That word progenitor. So is the progenitor of the dark races.
Canada one can. Progenitor. A person or thing from which a person, animal, or plant is descended.
All right. So it's the thing that you are descended. Now we're talking about people, so it would be who we are descended from.
Okay.
So, in other words, all
Yes, like a tribe where you descend from.
Tribe, Yeah, forefather.
Yeah.
Simply mean same thing, progenitor. All right. Yeah, because every tribe, anybody talk about, whether in Africa or wherever, they talk about tribe, all of them lead back to Am, Shem, or Japhet.
Yeah.
Noah had no more children after the flood. Noah couldn't bother with that. Noah go plant grape and drink wine and eat grape till him days come. Don't wrong him. Continue. Finish?
Another one.
Oh, no.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
So Am is the progenitor of the dark races, but he is not the progenitor of the Negroes.
Another one can. But the Egyptians.
He's the progenitor, is the forefather of the Egyptians.
Right. Ethiopians.
Them Ethiopians were kick out the Jamaicans.
Right. Libyans.
Libya, you know Libya where them America kill off Gaddafi the other day. Right. Am is them forefather.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites were the most like give the boot out the land and gave us the land. And kill one heap of them. And put out, well, and we stupidly went and took a lot of them as servants and slaves unto us. Not knowing that they're not all that stupid. They come back to bite us in the butt. Bite us where it hurts. But anyways, right, they are the Canaanites. And today, I think we in the UPK, we trace them to go back where? To South Africa. So this, even them know that which land they should go into. They went into Africa. Because that piece of land, the Amites take that. That section what they call the Middle East, that was given to us. Right?
Yeah.
Because that the Most High take that piece of land for himself. And then he take we as his people. So it's only a matter of time before you put your children in your house. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Right. But it was given to us even from the time of God, from the Adam and Eve time. We same one from Adam and Eve, same spirit. All right. That finish?
Basically tell about Canaan afterward.
All right. So when you research advertisements for slaves, the slave sale or slave auctioning, what does it say?
Strong Negro slave.
Negroes
Yeah.
for sale.
Right.
Well, before they said Negroes for sale, you know, the earlier said you used to say Hebrew slaves for sale.
Yeah.
But then they start calling Negro because they want to wipe out the name Hebrew, Israelite, nothing to link we back to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So they wipe out all that and then just call us black.
Yeah.
Or in Spanish, Negro. So Negroes for sale. And the Zondervan tell you that Am is not the progenitor of the Negroes who were in slavery. Or even if whether they make it to the slave trade or not. Once they are Negroes, he was not the progenitor.
Yeah.
All right. Got a little, well, want to touch your article here. So we can do a little reading here. Let me see if we can go back here. So come back here. All right, where's the article? Which one am I sharing? This one. Getting too crazy. Ethiopian Dream. Okay, right, is the right one. Ethiopian dream, a nightmare for some Jamaican immigrants. Now, this lay squarely at two men feet. Leonard Oil and Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey failed the people. Leonard Oil failed the people. That is why this headline could come out. Right? As a matter of fact, it's in the thing here what Marcus Garvey said. Let us start the reading. A number of Jamaicans who have immigrated to Ethiopia decades ago. I think they start from about in the 70s, 80s. All right, Selassie came out here in the 60s. They started, yeah, about 70s, 80s, them start. Decades ago, heralding what they call a return to the motherland continent, are living a nightmare in the East African country, which many Rastafarians still wish to one day call home. Now, this is where they go wrong.
Right.
Give me Galatians 4:26. You see, there's so many holes in Rastafarian, it's not funny. I don't know. Probably that's why the houses collapse, because many of them see it and rather than say anything, they just, just leave.
So okay, Galatians 4.
4:26.
Done. Another one can. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
All right. So the scripture is telling you that Jerusalem is what?
The mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the motherland.
Right.
Continue reading. Finish.
Another one can. Verse 27.
No, just 26.
Another one can.
Jerusalem above, which is free, is the mother of us all. But they wanted to carry out their fantasy.
Right.
So they call Africa what? Motherland.
Yeah.
All right. Now this return to Ethiopia, they call it a return to Ethiopia, was spearheaded by a group of Rastafarians, originally called, I think, the Ethiopian World Federation, who then became known as the 12th tribe. Now, 12th tribe is one of the Rasta arm or the Rasta houses which have any race. Any other race who want to be a Rasta can join 12th tribe.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting, let me stop the laughing again. What I find interesting is none of them other race don't join this going
Right.
Going back to the Ethiopia.
No.
Jesus, peace. 12 tribe have Chinese, it have white, it have...
God.
All right, I have to take myself for the picture. Just the voice. It have Chinese, it have white man, it have Indian. I don't really see no Arab in it. I don't know if lately, but the three main ones around us. Yeah. And the three of them there in a Chinese, white man, Indian. Them three nations. Yeah. In a 12 tribe. And none of them don't want to go back to Ethiopia. Yeah. Who want to go back to Ethiopia?
Only the Negroes.
Only the Negroes. Who can spend their money in Ethiopia and then time and effort and everything. So they all have grey beard.
Right.
The Negroes. Right. Now this is how you know you're Israelite. You know. You see, we have to be marching in Ethiopia just like we're marching in Jamaica, we're marching in America.
God.
Peer marching everywhere we go.
God.
The only march we march in a U.P.K. here now to come take over this world after
Right.
when the right time come.
Right.
That's the only march we march. We don't march and hold up no banner.
God.
If you're gonna hold up banner, we're gonna say we want General YAHANNA.
Right.
That's the only banner we would hold up. Right? And we know so we don't need to do that.
Right.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
All right. I hope I get through this article. Oh, God. The immigrants, some of whom are descendants of millions, some of who are descendants of millions who were forcibly removed from the African continent in the centuries-long slave trade, believe that landing in Ethiopia would have not only restored their stolen identity, but would have seen them being welcomed with open arms. Oh my gosh. So you expect them now to come and say, oh, welcome home. My long, like the prodigal son. Remember the story of the prodigal son? All right, next paragraph. However, the country's strict citizenship requirement make it almost impossible for immigrants to become Ethiopian citizens, and dual citizenship is not allowed. If you are Ethiopian citizen, you can't hold citizenship in the next country. Okay. Even the Ethiopian who born in Ethiopia now, if they should come to Jamaica, Jamaica would recognize them, you know, and give them citizenship. But Ethiopia is going to require them to release their Ethiopian citizenship. Because then they the dual citizenship thing. So that shows that the people them know them own kind. What we say? Every beast do what?
Know their own kind.
Every beast know it their own kind. And this is hitting the nail right on the head. All right. All right. However, the country's strict citizenship requirement makes it almost impossible for immigrants to become Ethiopian citizens, and dual citizenship is not allowed. Immigrants who fail to marry an Ethiopian female retain the citizenship of their countries of origin. So if you see, you go over and say you're a Rasta man. No, the Rasta man don't carry. Where Rasta man call female man? Empress. So he carry him Empress with him. But dear law is going to tell them say what? Put away your Empress and take one of our women. But watch this. All right, who fail to marry an Ethiopian female retain the citizenship of their countries of origin. And children born in such unions are not considered Ethiopians.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna laugh over that one this still, cause that one is terrible. Me would like to know say me go to America and I live the field. How many years am I pitney band, you know, and all right, say England, because England I do them something. Okay. My child born there, and me put my work in here, so and then the picnic can get citizenship. Okay. But on the other side, if you didn't know, say, or no African, who would know what, then I go there for seek work, you know. They didn't go there with the view to seek work. Okay. They go there with the view that they are doing what? Going back home. But it's not your home. Right. If you did read the Bible with any form of understanding, you don't know that Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Right. And to show you they're stupid, they start call Addis Ababa Jerusalem. You remember I'm gonna lick some of them songs. What I want to name again? Culture. Not culture, that's one. Culture, the Rasta man named Culture. I love Culture songs still, you know. culture sing some of the most revolutionary songs. But his revolution was pointed towards being African. I'm singing about Jerusalem is where I want to be, in the land called Addis Ababa. So they even teach them one another said Jerusalem, they're in Ethiopia. No, when you read the Bible and you understand certain things, no, this is a real paranoia, this, you know. Real paranoia. And then Xi Jinping left paranoia to Xi Jinping, right? This is real paranoia. You read the Bible and you understand certain things out of it. Rather than you take it as it is explained to you, you want to move the whole scene, even the crucifixion. They say, in Jerusalem, and Addis Ababa Christ was crucified. Out there, so it happened. Me hear that from some of them. Right? Not to say we can move and go in Jerusalem. No. But we know that. So we need the truth, don't preach that. Because the Bible tells you that who is going to carry about? The Most High himself is going to take you back there. Right? And we even hear some of the rest of them say, yeah, man, sit down and look in the sky and think, you know, salvation will come from the sky. Yeah, the Afghanistan, them did not look for salvation from the sky, and it came for most of them. Though when the plane, boom, sky, looking in the sky, and then boom, big plane appear. I say, yes, is it this? Well, you see, how we looking and we know that one day the Most High's chariots will come. Right? The Most High give with Jerusalem. You no need to give a bus fare, right? Give a plane fare. You have the plane. But I.S.U.P.K give them Sasha money. He never give them plane fare and he never give them citizenship. So what's the sense? Right? He never go overthrow anything or say put it in the decree of the law of the country to say you should have changed the constitution when he had the power. Right. And say because this dual not recognizing dual citizenship is long standing in them country. Them know who them be. And them knows you are not one of them. I remember I said it in one of my class, you know. When he came out here and he came pump up because they hear them are some Jamaicans out there said they were Ethiopians, you know. So he come pump up now with money to help them and things. When he come and see them, he see the features, he knows that them people that look like some people we used to hunt down and catch and go sell as slaves. So him start, you know, him throw the money, give people them, they run back and car and come and get it. He not say that out of him out, you know. But that's what him action say. He knew who he saw when he came out here. And he knew that he did not see any Ethiopia. But these were some people who were willing to put help him to put Ethiopia on the world stage. Because that visit gained big publicity in the English kingdom. Because Jamaica as a UK kingdom, it gained big publicity, and that was what he wanted. And it happened. So him just throw out the land and say, all right, this land. Him not tell you how to find it, he not tell you how to come back, and don't change citizenship, and don't give a bus fare. How the hell you going to go back? On your own. So anyway, they formed the Ethiopian World Federation, which I think now is the 12th tribe. 12th tribe don't even have the money neither. 12th tribe don't have the clout to get the Ethiopian government to change their constitution to recognize citizenship, give citizenship to the people. Like I said, this is just like Martin Luther King integrating the Black Americans in a burning house, right? And it's clearly at the feet of Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howell, the two first man them with that, and it's in the thing here, right? The nightmare is especially painful for Rastafarians who believe that Ethiopia is the godded and its former ruler, Emperor Haile Selassie as God, became Mark because Marcus Garvey prophecy. Marcus Garvey fail us now. Look to Africa, where a black king shall be crowned. He shall be the Redeemer. Marcus.
Was Selassie the only black king at that time in Africa?
Of any, yeah, black kings don't the same way, no? Tribal kings.
I don't know, but I wonder if at the time he was the only one.
No.
And just missing for.
Wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Zulu still ruled by the king.
Yeah.
But, Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu was one of the Zulu. Was one of the more famous Zulu leader. Zulu still have king, and Zulu they're down in South Africa. But what make him so renowned is the little common sense we have, to join the right organization that will give the country the push where him did need.
Yeah.
Him join the League of Nations, which is now the United Nations, right?
Yeah.
And a majority of the groundwork he did it when he was up. All right. Before him, Ethiopia had a queen. How they do it when the church, when they have a queen, the church name a male as a regent. What like for the state visitors so outside the country, it's not the queen go out, go do that. The man go out and do that. So that shows you that now they are a patriarchal society, meaning the man still bears rule, even when they have a queen. And the same Rasta now come and talk about, the king and the queen beside him sharing power. Share what power? When he was king, yes, him did have his wife as the empress. Yeah, but what political? The empress is just like the first lady in America, He don't have no political power. The man still bear rule, right? So when they had the queen and they named him as the regent, and he traveled the world and he see what it was like out there in the world, and him say, wow. But what was the big thing then? Who was ruling the world? The Jewish man, right?
God.
He had the scriptures, our scriptures. You had the Arabs, right? England, what was big thing in England? The church.
God.
So I'm look at him and say, well, we no can't be big to man because he in the same Bible say, what the queen the name?
Queen of Sheba.
Queen of Sheba did come visit Solomon and all that and all that and all that, and he put them together and how to get Ethiopia on the world stage. Well, it worked for him. But Ethiopia tumbled down right after him. As a matter of fact, he tumbled down upon him and kill him. Right?
God.
And it had to happen because after you sell out so many Israelites as slaves, you come back now, trick them one year. We out, and then I give wonder who we blame still, because Marcus Garvey did say, look to the east for the coming of a black king.
Strong delusion.
Strong delusion indeed. Right? And because we know he was a follower of Marcus Garvey. He was a Garveyite. And so he became the first Rastafarian.
God.
Right? So those two men are to be blamed for what they are experiencing now. All right. One more scripture. Give me Genesis 2 and 8.
God. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 8. And the Lord God, the Most High Power, planted a garden eastward in Eden. And there he put the man whom he had formed.
All right, eastward in Eden now, that's in the east. That's where Jerusalem is.
Yeah.
So Jerusalem being the mother of us all, that era was given to us from the time of Adam and Eve. But yeah, we did get kicked out, yes, because of disobedience, just like how we get kicked out now because of disobedience, just the same.
Yeah.
But Ethiopia is not our home. All right. The result is that many Jamaicans have been disillusioned in their efforts, and some have returned home disappointed while others have remained. So some just pack up and come home while some decide to stay.
Right.
Sharon A. Webster. Sharon A. Webster, a liar?
I know the name, but I don't know her profession. So,
It looks so, you know, because she is integral in this. Sharon A. Webster told the Sunday Gleaner that many Jamaican Rastafarians have made significant development on the Shashamane lands south of Addis Ababa, the country's capital. You know, said developments, you know, significant development.
meaning them little cities.
Probably them build all plaza. Well, if them build, yeah, towns, they would have towns, eh?
Yeah.
So them put all them effort and money into building up this place because they believe from their heart that they are back home.
And that, yes.
Yeah.
So, after all this development,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the plan of the Ethiopians is to just take all this development and, you know what I mean, push them aside. Or, you know what I mean, try and get them out of their country while taking the development or the things that them add to the country. Maybe a robbery. Maybe a robbery that take place.
Go to find Lamentations 4 and 17. In the meantime, I will read this. The promise of repatriation is not tangible. So this repatriation thing, just like reparation, ain't tangible and is a great disappointment for many. It was a struggle to even find work. They couldn't even find work. So you leave as now say I go back home. I go back home, go look up. Then I better stay and look up, man. They told me. Yet there are so many who have made a difference in Shashamane. Those Jamaicans and West Indians in general who have gone there went on the premise that it was room to occupy and live as Africans. Yeah, because the land, them give them piece of land reserved for them.
Yeah.
But no citizenship no come with that land. Come like when Michael Manley come up with what they call land lease. Say my lease the people them land for agriculture. Acres of land, you know, hundreds of acres of land reserved under program what they call land lease. But then don't have no irrigation. So then I you get the land for lease, but you don't get no water. So how do you look up plant? Politician is not but a joke. Damn joke. All right. It was a struggle to even find work, they told me. Yet, there are so many who have made a difference in Shashamane. Those Jamaicans and West Indians in general who have gone there went on the premise that room to occupy and live as Africans, said A. Webster, a former local parliamentarian, who said issues in the African country were first raised with her in 2004 and again 2006. At the time, A. Webster said the immigrants told of their struggles to build their own schools. Lord have mercy. Them gonna go build schools, build their own schools and hotels.
They build cities, towns.
They build up town, man, to foster tourism and entertainment.
The reggae music
And the food, and the Jamaican food.
right.
Shashamane is described as the black version of Amish country. So you know the Amish society in America where by yourself, right? So they have Tashaman is like a black version of that. So they have, so you know, so the Ethiopians all come in there for the music and for your food. I'm probably going to grab that too. All right. Where am I? So then build schools, hotels, Lord of mercy, where everything is natural and the community devoid of outside influence. The occupation of the settlers was made possible by a 1948 land grant. Oh shit, that's so long. I say 60s. It was 1948. Land grant by Selassie that accompanied Caribbean peoples of African descent who wanted to settle there. And then again, we're not Africans. Right. But then, the truth number 1948, it's still then get tricked before the truth born. But when the truth born, it's just like Christ and when him? John the Baptist. So you believe you were African. When the truth was born in 1969. Remember now the same Harlem, you know. You know, so don't throw away that and follow the truth. God. Harlem, all of that born, you know. Rastafarianism, Marcus Garvey. Well, Rastafarianism started in Jamaica. But where was Owl when he learned black nationalism? He was in Harlem. Marcus Garvey go Harlem, go learn it too. Martin Luther King come out of that same thing. What name? Farrakhan, Malcolm X. Now you have conscious community. I see him black consciousness, the truth born out of, you know, out of Harlem, you know, 1969. So they know, and you see what is happening now. The Mosai is tearing down everything right around. And what is left standing from Harlem now? The truth. God. I.S.U.P.K. All right. The occupation of the settlers was made possible by a 1948 land grant by Selassie that accompanied Caribbean peoples of African descent who wanted to settle there. Such many lands were offered for free. That's why they want to go back home. And there, it's all or most things Jamaican. So it is, even though we have other Caribbean nationals, and you know other Caribbean nationals, they would go because they become Rasta. Yeah. Right. So it's Jamaicans going there. Right. Not Chinese, not Indians, not Europeans, Jamaicans. Only to now learn years after that, well, they build up all these things, but they can't stay. Mm-hmm. All right, land's taken away now. Following the fall of Selassie and subsequent political instability. So if you give the people them the land for in 1948 and you get overthrown in 1970 something, what about years that you do something about the citizenship? Right. What about years that? You must know that you ain't gonna be king forever. You might be king for a long time, but not forever. That will show you how devious they are. Just another Eden, just another oppressor. Don't expect anything better. They might not hunt you down and like how a white man hunt, like how the oppressor hunt our steps. They might not hunt, but they used to hunt with his slave. Well, in America now we have they have the oppressor hunting you to kill you. They talk about it's open season on a nigga. Nigga hunting season. Gosh. Anyways, it is such that it's the same oppression. All right. Following the fall of I.S.U.P.K and subsequent political instability. Some of the lands were taken from the settlers. When we visited Shashamane in 2004, we did it as a Caribbean delegation from the African, Caribbean, and Pacific ACP states, headed by Louis Straker, then Deputy Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who has Jamaican roots, A. Webster recalled. So this even went to the echelons, the powerhouse of our people, political. This man was Deputy Prime Minister. So I'm lead a delegation going down there. Now, if you did that foreign government, you must know there's something about citizenship will come up at some point. They officially welcomed us at the 12 Tribes Tabernacle. See? Tell you? At the 12 Tribes Tabernacle with drumming and festivities. We had to do a round of the table, which is a ritual requiring a dance around the table, she told the Sunday Gleaner. A. Webster said she raised the issues during her tenure as co-president of the Joint Parliamentary Assembly of the EU-ACP Council. Water catchment systems and housing designs were signatures of the resettlement efforts. Ethiopia's honorary consul to Jamaica, Judith Getchau Hilton, said she lost, this is the woman who married to Hilton, said she lost her Ethiopian citizenship when she married a St. Andrew Western Member of Parliament, Anthony Hilton, married a politician and losing Ethiopian citizenship. She was born there, you know. I am an Ethiopian by birth, who currently holds Jamaican citizenship by choice. By acquiring either American or Jamaican citizenship, I automatically lose my Ethiopian citizenship, she told our news team. Yeah, because they don't want human, they can't no bastard come. What we always teach, who the seed follow? The seed from the man. The seed come from the man. I mean the lineage. So you go marry an Ethiopian woman. It's not an Ethiopian lineage you bring in there. You bring in another nation lineage. So that is why even if you marry them and you get citizenship over there, you're picking it, you won't get it.
Right. Not Ethiopian.
You're picking an Ethiopian. Because that term Ethiopian is reserved for the son of what is named Cush.
Right.
And they know that. So why we can't spend the time and learn about our roots? Right. Know ourselves before we go try know somebody else now. Why we can't do that for once? Gosh. All right. The point here is that Ethiopia's constitution prohibits dual citizenship and restricts citizenship to person born in Ethiopia, either to A, both Ethiopian parents, or B, to an Ethiopian mother. This law is strictly applied, she replied in response to queries.
So yes, sir.
Yeah.
That confirm what you just said a while ago. If the man not involved, and that proves that them stand by that principle. So the man determine your nation. Because it has to be Ethiopian mother and father or Ethiopian father.
All right. So that means that this Ethiopian mother, you know, is like the woman who get a child but she not married.
God.
And maybe she don't know if you go, so then I leave her out there in the cold. You understand?
God.
Yeah. Still welcome her. But chances are you know, go get the Ethiopian citizenship. Well, then say an Ethiopian mother. But if she married, she not get it. In the case of Jamaican Caribbean nationals, migrating to Ethiopia since the early 1960s or later, the Constitution of Ethiopia does not allow for the application of Ethiopian citizenship, however long they remain in Ethiopia. You could have lived there till you're gray.
Yeah.
You ain't getting it. All right, where am I? However long they remained in Ethiopia. Jamaican migrated since 1960 or later. All right. She stated, commenting on the status of children of Jamaicans or any other foreign nationals born in Ethiopia. She said they would retain the citizenship of their country of origin, pointing out that although not granted Ethiopian citizenship, they were not stateless. Stateless, you're still a Jamaican, we don't kick you out from here, so you ain't stateless. My understanding is that these children born in Ethiopia to Jamaican parents. All right. I need to find the other thing now. Go to the next slide. Bam. Share, stop screen. Share. No, stop my screen there. Share again. Share screen. This one. No, this one. All right. Share. All right. Yeah, take a long second. Right, are entitled to Jamaican citizenship and therefore cannot properly be classified as stateless persons. Okay, so they're born in Ethiopia, but they're still recognized as Jamaican citizenship.
Yeah.
Jamaican citizens. You know what changed a lot? They changed when we start recognize. Probably, I think the Windrush thing did cause it, you know. They start recognize Jamaicans born to Jamaican parentage outside of Jamaica. This is true even if there are several generations born in Ethiopia. As mentioned previously, should the child be born of an Ethiopian mother, she is entitled to apply for Ethiopian citizenship, she said. So you have to go actually take one leg of your empress, take one Ethiopian woman. In America, you know, they do things like that. Jamaicans and Caribbean nationals do things like that now. Marry over there and get a stay. But you can still get a stay by going through the courts, just that the cheaper way that. But here, over there, this place here, so now, even if you can't go through courts to get that. Courts don't recognize that. All right, you were holding what? Lamentations?
Cancel. Lamentation, which verse?
4 and 17.
Canada one can. Canada one can. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That's it?
That's 17.
Read it again.
Canada one can. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 17.
Lamentation 4 and 17.
Canada one can. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Our eyes have failed for our vain help, which means, you know, this help, this land that they said they get from Ethiopia was supposed to be what? Help.
Yeah.
But that help is what?
Yeah.
Vain. Anytime we as Israelites look unto other nations for help, it is always vain. Continue. After I say vain help, it says what?
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So we help put them on this world stage with the culture, call him God King, call him whatever of Trinity.
Yeah.
Any Rasta watch this show, more you type and tell me where it says in the Bible, Ethiopia is our motherland. And answer Selassie I got. Show me that in the Bible. The Bible is your record as Israelite. And any nation will come and try to tell we that the Bible is not our record. We need to just X them out. You know, don't deal with them. Because they always preach that to you to get you to do something. Bob Marley say, me no black man, me no white man. You know what?
I can't remember exactly what that said.
But he must say something like, I'm a black man, nah, white man. No, it means he belong to the king or he belong to God. Okay. Just like out of many one people. And come and tell us, say, all away are one man. Yeah. All away are one. What make me have to always be the loser? Right. What make for me sitting here and always want to take away when you tell me all away are one? All right. So that's Lamentation. I have to look some more scriptures. Give me Deuteronomy 28. All right, 16, read 16.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. So this is telling you, we did not keep the laws, and we end up under curses. So you see, if them they get a piece of land on the moon and decide that they're going on the moon, the same thing would happen to them. Right. You can't run from the curses. You cannot run from it. You know how far Ethiopia is from here? You're talking about the other side of the world, you know, man. Right. Over there is supposed to be dark now. Right? They're on the other side of the world, further than it going to England. And further than going to China. It's deeper. You go deeper. Right? And it's on that part of Africa which look like the rhinoceros on. So that's it, way up in the last part of Africa. And you leave gone all the way up there. So you know, should I leave the curse supposed to stay behind in Jamaica? Right. Since as you are so God bless and you get a gift from the king and so on, the curse shouldn't follow you. But there you go. It follow you and it follow your child who not born yet. Right. Because him born over there and him not an Ethiopian citizen. He have to go come back to Jamaica. He will get kicked out. Stateless. Luckily for him, Jamaica recognize them same way. Good. And I've given them citizenship, those children. Good. Right? And look at this. In England, with the Windrush thing, a lot of those people getting deported because of what? Crime. Good. Because they tell them, say, well, as long as they behave themselves, they can stay, but as a fall of the law, then running you out. So if you live there 30 years before you get convicted in something, they're kicking you to Jamaica. Yeah. Sasha man is not crime getting them out, you know. Lack of citizenship. Yeah. So you now come preach and tell me, say black man won't behave themselves and black man this and referring to us Negroes won't be able to say that's why the oppressor have to be so heavy-handed and or something. They are getting kicked out and it's not because of crime.
Right.
Not because younger law them break is that they are not recognized by the constitution as citizens.
Right.
So you see, yeah.
And they have made contribution.
They have made contribution to the Ethiopian continent.
Yeah.
Sorry, country.
Yeah.
Because they have done what? They have added, what you call it? Schools.
Culture.
You know, I know they were over there building, but I didn't know they reached so far. Build hotel, build school. Listen, if you even build a basic school, you know, it take money and it take effort.
Right.
And they must build more than just a basic school. Because a school is a schools. A schools it's a.
So, okay. Check it out.
I'm gonna go back this one then.
So, okay, I might be surprised to what them accomplish over there already. You know what I mean? So, okay, now look into this thing. So, okay.
Yeah, they build schools
So, okay.
and hotel. Only to get the land taken away. All right. Drop down, what you were reading, drop down to 68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, that was how we got to the west here.
Okay.
We were taken from the African continent, yes, but that does not make us African. Christ was born in a manger. Why don't call him a goat or a sheep?
Right.
Yeah? So because he was born in a manger, what? Him still the seed of Joseph.
Right.
Him still an Israelite. He was still recognized as an Israelite. Now, we were born on the coast and in Africa prior to slavery. That doesn't make us Africans.
Right.
We were taken from, we fled Jerusalem from oppression, from Roman oppression.
Yeah.
Right? And what made us recognized as Jerusalemites? Because we were of the promise.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find that one day.
So, okay, I want to finish read 68.
Oh, yeah, finish it.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Exactly. And which land we were taken from that we did not see no more again? Or it was originally Jerusalem.
God.
Right. And we gotta go back to Jerusalem, but not by some heathen king giving us a land that we want to call it spiritual Jerusalem. Right? And culture want to conquer them too. But land called Jerusalem. It sounds so good too, you know. Real revolutionist, you know, with the music. Jerusalem, we want to be the land called Addis Ababa. How this a which Baba? I must be Baba, black sheep.
Yeah.
And these people believe in him, in those false teachings, put their faith and money in it, and this is what reached them.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right, mean no man. All right.
God,
You see it?
God,
No man shall buy you means no man shall save you. No man can take you out of this captivity.
right,
Look how far they get the land from. Look how far they get the land. Way over in Ethiopia from here, so. Still captivity.
right,
They are not being deported for crimes commit, which means that they went over there, keep themselves to themselves, and then over there, then are thief the Ethiopians them.
right, right,
It mentions nothing about that.
right.
Maybe some fell afoul of the law, but it's not here. Maybe scuffle between them one another thing. Obviously, Ethiopians came where they were for to get a taste of the culture, the music, and food, right? Hopefully not jerk pork, but then we get jerk chicken there, right? So ital food. But this is a big disaster in our people, in the thinking of our people, but a good thing for the truth, right? We're sorry for them in that they went and they invest so many monies and things, but it's a big gain for the truth. You know what? One time I had a tape about Sasha Man, I need to find, but I'm gonna need a thing there. A cassette player, the video cassette recorder. I had a tape about that land, Sasha Mani. That was when we first learned about it. Green looking, lovely land, look just like Jamaica here. Man, and I was so believing in this thing until I learned about the truth. I start following command in General and I would implore all Rastafarians. They give up this
Right.
pipe. You can't even call it a pipe dream. This paranoia and coming to the truth. You can't run from who you are, right? You take up an Israelite from Jamaica and you put him in Ethiopia and still have the curse with him.
Right.
And we have been telling you from day one that this is how we know who are Israelites today. The Chinaman went at the 12 tribe, Ethiopian, well, 12 tribe it name now. Then go over there and build 12 tribe church. Right? The Chinaman who in a 12 tribe, him no want go Ethiopia. Neither the Indian man, nor the oppressor. Right?
Right.
Them don't want to go because they know they are not from there. But we know, see it as a way out that we can go and say, peace at last, I'm home. And they don't know, only for hear that you're still a Jamaican. So guess what? It no matter where you go, you're still an Israelite.
Right.
That is just the bottom line.
Right.
You're still an Israelite. You end up in slavery, they change your name, you're still an Israelite. You're a black man, they call you nigger in Jamaica, you're going to Ethiopia, you want to call yourself Ethiopian. The Ethiopians say, you're still a nigger from Jamaica, go back home. You're not trouble them, you're not trouble them, but what? I feel them country, it's their land. That's the land of Kush. You should have done your homework, you should have done your research to know who you are so that you can join yourself to the right body. And that's the body of Christ under commanding the body of the truth, I.S.U.P.K, under Christ with him, commanding General YAHANNA following Christ. We follow commanding General YAHANNA. Right? We here we follow Captain Attack. If Captain Attack says jump, we jump.
Right.
We might argue sometimes, but you still have to jump. Right? The man said, sir, why should I jump? Or I say, what did I say? All right, I'll jump.
Okay.
So as stubborn we are as Jamaicans, yeah, we can be led. But try not to follow the leaders them we are carrying going a next man country for you to get kicked out.
Right.
And you know the worst thing, look, you see the picture from the thing. I send you the thing there.
Yeah, yeah, man, yeah.
You see the face of some of those men, a grey beard man, them, you know, man. What's the difference between them people and some of those that are now being deported from America, from Canada, from Europe, England in particular, who come out, get deported because of crime and get deported with nothing. Come back out here now if you start life all over again as big man.
Okay.
What's the difference between them in Ethiopia from Sashaman and those criminals? I don't want to call them criminals. And those brothers who got deported because of crime. I may not really call them criminals. And they may have done some criminal acts, but we understand. It's the curse.
Right.
And this is the most, you see, me tell us that the most I start moving in this place, you know. Down at the border, we go down there and we help. And you see right now, you see what happened from Sashamani, these men are not being deported because they are criminals. They are not deported because of crime. But they are being deported.
Right.
One and the same, you're an Israelite, you can run from that. Okay, our mongoose can change and call himself a cat. He can live it. You know, they have stories like that. Animals being raised by another animal, believing that they were that animal who raised them. Only until they find their own herd. You see, the thing that you know, Madagascar, part 2, when they go back to Africa and then the zebra now see herds of zebra. Yeah. The lion see other lion. The hippo see other herds of hippo. They thought that they were, and the giraffe see other giraffe. Right? The giraffe, the lion, the zebra, the hippo. 3 friends from the zoo.
Right.
Believing that they were quite a fit bunch.
Right.
Only to find out that they are quite a misfit bunch. Right. When the lion went back in Africa and then the hunt start come back in his mind, he want to name him friend.
Right.
So you leave here, go in Africa, you still an Israelite, the curse still a follow you. Come back home, it says. Oh, I don't laugh after all, me feel it for you still. Me feel it for them, boy. It's difficult to come back and start life at them the age. Yeah.
I want to slap you, sir. I wonder when them go over there and see the consistent in appearance among the Ethiopians and all distinct them they are from we, how them feel.
They must see that.
God.
But they're trying to fight it in the brain.
Yeah. God.
Trying to say, we are the different one because we go through slavery.
God.
But them are the okay one, man.
God.
Yeah, you have to just see with it. Probably I'll tell some of these Ethiopians, you have to see with them, you know, man. They go through slavery.
Yeah. God.
You are not the same persons.
Right.
All right. Give me one of the scriptures now. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3.
God. God, this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
Now, this is a law that was given to us by the Most High God.
Yeah.
Look here. If I make a motor vehicle, all right, let's not say I make a motor vehicle. The motor vehicle manufacturer, he make the motor vehicle and he give you a manual and how to operate that motor vehicle. But you take it on your own mind, believe that you know more than the maker of that motor vehicle. And you want to operate it in some ways that if you read the manual, they're going to tell you don't operate it that way. What do you think is going to happen to that vehicle? It's going to be damaged, destroyed, wrecked. Well, here, our maker tell us not to make marriages with these people.
Yeah.
But we don't believe that we can. And we make the other nation push you and talk about, yes, Ethiopia will homeland and something, and they're not going in. But they're cheering you on.
Yeah.
If most they might do is visit, but they're not going there to live. Because them know say them and them people is not the same. Right?
Yeah.
Because you see some Chinese Rasta. Some Chinese Rasta. You ever seen a Chinese Rasta then?
Yes.
Yeah, some Chinese Rasta out there. Thank you, some Japanese Rasta too. But the Japanese Rasta now, them smart, you know. Why them become Rasta? Just the music, you know.
Yeah.
They think they want to be a part of you. They don't want the music from you. And I see them have Japan Splash and Japan DJs and but when Japanese then come in dancehall queen too.
Yeah.
Couple years back.
More
More than once.
Yeah.
Black China.
I said, call oh yeah, then no, Black China must one selector man, one sound system selector. Yeah. But they have I have a female who will come out here, come win dancehall queen contest as a Japanese. When that happens, they come and beat you out now, you know what I'm saying to them, man? Yes, they reach now. All right. Many of them who follow the music and say, Selassie are the lead, are the world earth rightful leader and thing. Tell them to say, all right, Selassie give you a piece of land to go back home and see if them all come with you. But they are cheering you on into your sinful state.
Yeah.
And then when you gone to Sasha Mani, them go back to their home. And say to them wife and children. Idiot, gone to Sasha Mani. I wonder what's going to happen to him over there now. Right? And they were doing quite fine, building hotel, building school, them thing and so on, and making something looking like progress. But guess what? The curse don't not forgetting you. It's only the most I can move that curse. It's like you have the vehicle and something wrong with it. When VW just come back on the scene and they make the Amarok and they make some other vehicle. When certain things wrong with them, you know, with those vehicles, you know, no mechanic on the road can fix them, you know. You have to carry it back to the maker. Only you see, even the computer, only the dealer can reset the computer. When it computer have a time when it chip into service mode, put the vehicle in it service light and come up and say you need to service it now and thing. Is you have to go back to the maker, get it. Sir, even if you service it, it not come off, you know. Them have to service it and take off that mode, service mode on it.
Yeah.
So you see that curse that we are experiencing is just like that mode. Only the most I can move. You could have gone moon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, them want to put civilization on Mars because it's possible to civilize Mars. Well, I better say they're not carrying no Negroes there. You think they don't know the curse of follow you? Next thing they go put, and maybe that's why we're not going to space it. Has they ever put any Negroes in space? The space station they have up there, the Negroes up there. They think they want the curse follow you, and the next thing, some meteorite from outer space come lick down a space station simply because there's some curse following you.
Yeah.
It's one way you can reset that curse. Come back to the Most High. Come in the I.S.U.P.K. Follow command in General YAHANNA. We know how to reset that curse and get the Most High to remove it for you.
Yeah.
Right? And even in the truth, it's still gone. It's just that you don't feel it yet. You don't feel it. Because we know how to help you to cushion it.
Yeah.
Right? But you go outside the doors and say that that service light not chip up back on you.
Yeah.
But your service light's a curse. Curse.
Yeah.
Curse. You better come from make we reset that computer for you and get out that curse that is following you. But you have to stay here until Christ come.
Yeah.
I say stay here, I mean stay in the truth. You know what I mean? Say, you have to be physically here with me, right? You come here in the school, you get the teaching and thing. Of course, we are all over the world by now, but you have to stay in the truth.
Yeah.
So if you go to Ethiopia, make sure you carry I.S.U.P.K and find the Israelite them over there with you. And find them. So that you can help remove the curse off of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't believe that you can leave the school behind you, leave the truth behind you, and go on your own. The curse light is going to come back up.
Yeah.
That service light is going to come back up. And it's not every manufacturer, it's only one manufacturer can service you when you require servicing. Right?
Yes, sir.
And-
Mission to Ethiopia. Mission to Ethiopia.
Mission to Ethiopia. Like, we have to go save them. Yes.
God.
Maybe we have to go to airport.
God.
Right, I'm going to go to airport and receive some of them to back food.
So, okay, they finish with verse 3. I want to finish with
What were we reading
7
again?
and 3.
Deuteronomy.
God.
Oh, you didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Read all of it.
Canada
Start it over and read everything straight.
Canada one can. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shall thou take unto thy son.
Don't give a picnic to them and don't them take their picnic and to marry their picnic.
God.
Right? That is, you can't change it. You go marry them, you experience something that seems like prosperity. Because I am sure when they were building and things, they seem and feel, get the feeling that they were prospering.
God, like Black Wall Street.
Like Black Wall Street.
God.
Until that day when the destruction comes.
So yes, sir. We have a precept.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 28 and start at 39 and 40.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the
Mm-hmm.
wine nor gather the grapes. Wrong precept. Now look for the one way.
That's not wrong because when they leave, when they build over there, who go and get it?
God,
The Ethiopian them are moving.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Now look for another one. Sir, continue till we find. Sir.
All right, we're going to finish. All right, let's see where we are again. The 2017. Oh. Rooted in Constitution. We just know. Yes. Hilton said that efforts made to have all Jamaicans settling in Ethiopia acquire citizenship in that country have not borne fruit. Spanning several Jamaican administration, Spanning several Jamaican administrations, representation has been made to allow for persons, children, so affected to be able to apply for Ethiopian citizenship. This would have required a change in Ethiopia's constitution, which right now, even if you could have lobby a change Ethiopia in a war right now, they don't have time for that. Go back here. And the matter of fact, they must say, it's better you go back home before a bullet catches you. Because the war over there seems to be growing. This would have required changes in the Ethiopian constitution, which is an extremely difficult task in the best of circumstances. She told the Son again. Meaning, the country in a peace and everything are going, it's difficult for you to get them to change the constitution. They are not in the best of circumstances now. However, she continued, the lobbying of the Ethiopian government by successive Jamaican administrations has resulted in the change of Ethiopia's immigration law in 2017 to allow for residency by persons so affected. This has brought about significant improvement in the status of children/adults so affected, as the benefits of citizenship are available to these persons, with the exception of being able to vote and to join the military. Okay. Exceptions of being able to vote and to join the military. All right, fine. Two things that we shouldn't do as Israelite.
Yeah.
The 2017, and this is just for immigration, not citizenship. The 2017 change, she said, has made immigration easier and was a facility granted only to Caribbean nationals and Jamaicans in particular, because of the mutual respect that Ethiopia has for the region, especially Jamaica. Then they must respect we will put them on the world stage. We'll put them on the world, you see?
Yeah.
Israelite flavor. These nations are nothing without the Israelite flavor. Jamaica help them, man. So they must love Jamaica more than anybody else. Jamaicans have made their mark in some of the service industries in the country, bringing culinary, food, and other cultural influences to Ethiopia. Many also speak the tribal languages, as citizens likewise embrace the Jamaican patois. So we go there teaching them our thing now, and them wanna learn their way. All right. Give me Ecclesiasticus again. Ecclesiasticus again, 40 and 28. All right, hold it, just hold it. All right, so we have made our mark in cultural, culinary. All right. For Prince Christopher Morant, a priest and member of the 10 miles Bull Bay Bobo Shanti. So Bobo Shanti man, then did it.
9 miles still.
Then say 10 miles. The obstacles being faced are vestiges of the colonial stranglehold. I bet you have colonial stronghold. Oh, I saw Rasta then speak. And it's a colonial stronghold. It's a colonial stranglehold. Right. Which still remain. Repatriation cannot be stopped, and we give thanks for it. It will happen. But all that is happening now are parts of the effort. Stop what the prophet Marcus Garvey, Emperor Haile Selassie, King of Kings, and Melchizedek, a priest forever. The Honorable King Emmanuel said, he told this Sunday Gleaner. Watch out foolishness, you know, man. Give me Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28.
God. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg.
My son, lead not a beggar's life. It's better you're dead than to beg.
God.
That's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
But we Ghana, Ethiopia, can beg them for citizenship. He said, better stay out and dead. That's basically what he says, you know.
Yeah.
Begging is embarrassing. That's what we are doing at the border.
Yeah.
That's what our people doing at the border. That's why, that's why it looks so embarrassing to see them there.
Yeah.
Lead not a beggar's life. Better it is to die than to beg. All right. The group's abode lies on Marcus Garvey Way, 10 miles east of the city of Kingston, on the northeastern side of Warika Hills, as was prophesied by Garvey. Okay. Repatriation has not come as yet. That is migration. So because they feel now, they say, oh, I know repatriation, this man. This is just migration. Repatriation is a worldwide setting where black people would repatriate to Africa. Really? All right, for that we need to read again. Galatians 4:26.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 24, chapter 4, verse 24.
26.
26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So when you talk about repatriate to Africa, you're talking foolishness.
Yeah.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all. And many of you who speak these things, I love the oppressor, you know.
Right.
When you see whether the oppressor black or white, you just love them.
From one slave master to the next.
I pity them know that if this world fall back into slavery, which it seems to be heading to, them same Ethiopians are going to start catch them out of that land. They want to go on slave raids, catch them out, and go back, go sell black people again in slavery.
Yeah.
Make them come to Jamaica for me. My word, man.
Yeah.
All right. Repatriation has not come as yet. That is migration. Repatriation is a worldwide setting where black people would repatriate to Africa. White men will repatriate from Africa to Europe, the Chinese to China, and India for the Indians, with small islands as in Jamaica and the Caribbean for the Incas and Aztecs and Mayas. So no little history, but you can't put it together. Because those Incas and Aztecs and Mayans, they were the northern kingdom of the Israelites.
Yeah.
They were the ones who the Assyrians took out of the land. And in Ezekiel, the Moses saying he will bring them back home. But he took out the southern kingdom after, under the Romans. The Moses will bring home everybody back home. So when you talk about, you see how difficult it was for them to airlift Afghanistan, and that was how much Afghanistan is the airlift out.
I think about 100,000.
100,000. And you see how difficult it was. It wasn't America alone, you know. France helped them, England helped them, other countries helped them. So who are going to manage to repatriate white man back to something and get them back to them own land? The Bible, I read and see that, you know, because in the Bible, where it said every nation will go back to them own kind, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't know that much, when you go in Ethiopia, You must see the difference between you and them.
Right.
Once you are amongst them, you see the difference. And we see few of them Nigerians out here. And when we manage to go around, and I saw the difference.
God. Nah, slack.
Yeah. I see the difference
God.
just being around them. Not only see the difference, but you smell the difference too.
God. Well, I never experienced smell and still. Take your rest.
Smell good what? That'll be it.
Aye.
They say them man love them natural scent. Something it look like that smell, that part of the nose where the scent supposed to lick.
Yeah.
It look like African man lose that part there.
Okay.
Must. Them see it, you know. They have seen it. They go there and they see it, but they are just denying it.
Yeah.
All because of Marcus Garvey saying some things. Them so-called Prince Emmanuel, even Prince Emmanuel thing and Marcus Garvey say it too. But they see it and they are denying it. They are not very wicked. Wicked against themselves and against children and against those other brothers who want bringing the nest.
Yeah.
Right? Because you feel now, you feel rock back talk now, your comforting talk. True repatriation is when the white man go back to Ethiopia and to Europe, the Chinaman go back to China. Them about you. Them no in your way.
Yeah.
You believe say that you should be going back to where you didn't come from. And it don't work. So you talk about, nah man, true repatriation. And the Rastas never said that. They have always said repatriation after we go back to Africa. Yeah. Now that you always hear them say. Right. So because you feel now, you come down now with this talk. But me not say it's stupid still. But because that's what's in the Bible. But you come back with make this start now to bail out yourself. Here what you do, come home and come back. As a matter of fact, crashing a plane. Go on home to the Most High from now. Because when I come back home and come in and to pay trouble in the what would I for no man? Boss no ass. Eh? Period. Because them still want to go back to that former oppressor. Lord of mercy. But as for the brothers them who still out here and still searching, you follow the class, come in the truth. Muta, Sizzler, but my next brother the name again. Come on. Bujo. Three men that were Muta, Cable, Muta, Bujo, and Sizzler. Right? Them true. When we were growing, we didn't love their music, man. Yeah, man. We did love their music, you know. I was trying to sing. Bono to chichi, Bono to chichi. Oh, that was Cableton. No? All him too. Yeah, man. We did look towards them, yes. But then we realized, aligning us with one of, in other words, taking us from one oppressor, putting us in alliance with another oppressor. And that's not good. That is in no way good. What is the sense you change the oppressor? What is that gonna do for you? That not do no good for you, man. How about you change the oppression rather than changing the oppressor? Change the oppression, no? Just make it all of it learn how to take a lot of us have to come back home for the most. I say, yeah, right. Yeah, I have a shipload now. You waiting on enough passengers. Right? AJ Chariot not going to come and go back empty. So you want enough. Come, take off that curse light will come up now. The service light will chip up on the dashboard. You go all the way in Ethiopia and the Ethiopian them see it. So you don't need servicing, go back home. Come take off that curse light there for you, man. Make the most I reset that light there. No matter where you go, the curse is following you. Curse in the city, and you know what this is doing, sir? Curse in the city of Israel, curse in the city. Anywhere you go, any city, curse in the field. Anywhere you go, any field. Because Sasha Man was bush, you know, when them get it, you know. It was an undeveloped land. It's them go down, they go develop it. Put, as you hear them say, schools, hotel. So even though there's schools there and hotel there, you know, houses are there. Right? And we know, me know say I don't know mud out them go down there go build. We never see it, but we can tell you, because we know how we stay. We don't go big go down there go build no mud out. Right? We'll go down there and work, we ask off and build, buy black and steel and build. Right? God. And then now you have to go LFE. Couple brothers of us go to the States, get involved in drugs, get caught, get deep. America take away all them assets and send them back out. And it's the same thing reaching, you know, why you never sell drugs when you go over there. All right, I mean, we don't know about plant ganja still, but I know that they say them are sending them back out for. Right? Yep, it's the same thing catch you. You have to come back, left your assets them over there. The only thing you can carry are the clothes them where they have. And maybe if you have money, you ship furniture. And if you ship furniture and carry from that far, not feasible. Better you get to sell over there and carry and buy some US or pound or some currency that you can change back out when you come back over. Right? Ah boy. Just listen. How about we listen for once and apply the truth? We have, for thousands of years, we have been veering off in our own ways. How about we listen to the Most High for once? Give me Proverbs 3, 5 to 7.
Another one can. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Most High with all your heart. Continue.
Another one can.
Not Marcus Garvey.
Can.
Not Prince Emmanuel. Not Haile Selassie. Not what the next man the name? Oil. But the Most High God of Israel. Trust in him with all your heart. How you trust in him today? Follow who him send now. Come on, in general, I know the man him said no. How you know that? This is the organization you see, all the prophecies and the goodly things being fulfilled under. Yeah. But most of you won't know. You come in, you hear the trumpet, we sound in the trumpet. Why not give it? Come in, give it a try. Come back home. See how it feels to come back home. Continue.
And lead not unto thine own understanding.
Lean not unto your own understanding. That is what they did. Yeah. They lean to their own understanding. And the Bible is telling you, lean not to your own understanding. Continue.
Verse 6. In all thy ways, acknowledge him.
In all your ways, acknowledge him. I talk about them three Rastafarians again. Muta, Sizzla, Buju. Yeah. The three of them, when they love them brothers there. But I like to see who save too. Yeah, but I like to see who upon the chariot. You can imagine you have a man as talkative as Muta. Yeah. You remember when Muta did start? What film show did name again? Not Running Africa. And then start Running Africa. No, Stepping Razor lately, man. Okay, yeah. The first one there. We start with the saw cutting. Cutting edge. Okay. When they start cutting edge. Yeah. Cutting edge was indeed a cutting edge at the time when him started, but it just like Marcus Garvey, he was the cutting edge when him started, and now you see that his prophecies are false. Right? Muta realize the same thing. That's why him tell you say, nah man, the dash of the Bible. Now you see why I want dash it way. Is the Bible and read and we say Ethiopia, Jerusalem, you know. So they say, you know what, rather than say they were wrong, and you're sure with the Bible. How about if you had read a little more and realized that you are Israelites and wherever you go, the curse is going to follow you. So you have to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop the smoking. And you know, the ganja have no problem, you know. Stop the smoking. Because most of you Rastas, you don't know eat pork. Right? And most of you don't eat shell food. You don't follow the part there. But you can't give up the blunt between the two fingers there. You just can't give up the part there. Right? And you see, since we have departed from the Eden, what happened? We have endured much sorrows. And what are the sorrows? You can't keep Christmas. You can't smoke as you want. You can't buy wars. You can't this. You can't that. You don't need to come back to the Most High. Right? If Buju didn't understand the Bible, he wouldn't go to prison. I'm going to tell you why I say he wouldn't go to prison. Why do you think Buju got to prison? Why do you think Buju Banton went to prison?
I mean, different from the drug charge.
Right, leading right to the drug charge. Remember I sang where him sing, man? Driver, don't stop at all. Yeah. Now, based on what he sang, if you are a DEA agent, you are going to watch him. Yeah. And it's somebody who was in the drug trade and then get deported and come out before he get deported. But I mean, explain it to me. Say, all them places where you hear him name, those are drugs corners. And the man say, I mean, did I big him up? I mean, that run a taxi out there, I big him up and say, yeah, would you sing a song for you? And the man say, me, if I was a DEA agent, I would lock up his ass. You say, why you say that? You say, all those places that you hear him name, he can only know if he is in the trade. Yeah. Right? So if you are not in the trade and you come and you learn that, the Bible says, don't give the appearance of evil. So in other words, what the Bible is saying, if I am not a smoker, I am not supposed to come and pose in front of you with a cigarette or a blunt in my hand. Right? If I'm not a drug user, I'm not supposed to come in front of you and do like that. Yeah. Right? I am giving you the appearance that I want. If I'm doing this, giving you the appearance that I am a smoker, I snort coke, which way I don't. I'm leading you astray. Yeah. Right? Don't come in front of you and tell you that, boy, pork are the sweetest thing in the world. Even I eat pork, man, the life gone, while I don't eat it. Right? I am leading you astray. So why you come and tell us that don't drive or don't stop at all? You know what this song is about. You're leading us, you led us astray. God. And the feds know that. But the feds never believe say you were going astray. The feds believe you were there. God. Probably they investigate and realize that you weren't there, and because you see boom by some of them guys that now take it up and say, no man, we still go and get him in prison. Yeah. If we don't get him big for driver, make we get him for boom bye. Yeah. Right? Exactly. Yeah. And then they set him up with that. Yeah. Him say he was innocent. And like I have said before, I believe say he innocent. He could have been, that he wasn't. But at the time when the entrapment, to me, it looked a bit fishy. That couldn't work in Jamaica. The way they entrap him, that couldn't work. In other words, in Jamaica law, you can hide your stick and liquor man. You notice when you go in a bank, as you step through the door, you see one TV there with, you see yourself on it. Right there in the banking hall. And you see sign put up, premises are under surveillance. If the premises are under surveillance and you never know say it's under surveillance and you break in there and the camera catch you, it's difficult for you to use that camera footage we send you to prison in Jamaica, you know. Yes. Your defense is that I didn't know that it was under surveillance. And you can get to it. That is how the British law is. Right? You can hide your stick and lick a man. But that is why covert operations don't work in Jamaica. In other words, a police can't come around you. Being a cop, you never know same as a cop. And you take out an illegal gun or say some drugs. You have to first caution you and say, I'm a police. You understand? This is how the law works. So that's why I say, you know, and this is why most of us Jamaicans now end up going abroad and end up in prison, because the law system that we are coming from is totally different. In America, a police can come around you working undercover. And at the moment you expose yourself and just say, I'm a cop, bam, you're going to prison. It can't work in Jamaica. You have to make you know, say, I'm a police. You say, if him run you as a cop and don't make you know that he's a cop, him can't arrest you. You have to go find a way to feed an ex-police the information. Like him, I say, here, I want you to go down X place at X time. And you go see the man, they come collect certain things. I want you just pull him over and check him. Right? So arbitrary police who you don't know just come, bam, pull you over, find you with certain things, and say, okay, we found you with this. You're going to prison. Carry before the judge. But him, who is a friend, and you never know is a cop, him can't do it. That is how this system works. That's why you have to understand the law. But him probably know that as a Jamaican. But you're dealing with America, it don't work, so it works the other way around. And if you're in a communist country, it's even different. In capitalist countries or democratic countries, the law says you're innocent until proven guilty. In a communist country, it says you're guilty until proven innocent. So the burden of proof in the capitalist countries and you to prove is on the prosecutor to show the court that you are guilty. In the communist country, the burden of proof is on you to show the court that you are indeed innocent. If you understand the law, and we leave and we go in another country, we don't understand how freedom law work, and that is why we end up in that. But you know, it's a curse, because they got prison same way out there. Yeah, it still a place under surveillance, and you're still going there and get catch.
Jamaica don't really use undercover cop police.
That's what I'm telling you, undercover. They use it, man, but the one undercover can't prosecute you.
Can't prosecute you. Okay.
No. Him can't be the one to prosecute you. He have to get and police. He have to feed information to
another cop.
Yeah, and have to know if to do it too, because if it comes out in court that this cop got the information from you who was working undercover with him, that will get thrown. Right? Probably why Tommy Lee only get 3 years. Because remember the gun linked to a bigger murder, you know.
Yeah.
But they gather that information from him by deceiving him. So whether he knew that the gun was involved in something else or not, that I forget through. I have throw that. So obviously, but then again, you have to have the proper lawyer who understand. So obviously, he had a good lawyer. That's why I'm only get 3 years. So that I was only charge him for the illegal possession. What the gun did prior to him, them finding him with the gun. Obviously, based on the amount of years you get, unless they have that to bring on, because your trial must finish even though you get the 3 years, you know. They cannot go try him same way. But based on how I understand they gather that information, you go have to throw, because they gather that information under false pretense. However, me now who is not a cop, me can come and deceive you and get you charged, because I am not a representative of the law. Me can set you up, right? But the cop, he can't set you up. If you must set him up, you do it a way where the court can find out, say, and you're a lawyer, find out, say, I set you up. So you have to be cunning, which you in the States. In the States, you don't even have to do that, because if you watch the show the last night, you watch Black Watch last night, you didn't get to watch it. With the little picking of them, with them charge for some, you know, put a charge on the children, infant school people. That the charge that they bring on them does not exist in the law books. Well, guess what now? This, when them people are talking about, they're reading out the Bible and them see it, they don't interpret it the right way. Or they interpret it, but because they get squeezed. You know, them, you know, like, you know, shake off like, I don't know that, man. The bigger things supposed to come, man. But, well, I wish I didn't know all of them. I forget to see how much of them are dead from high blood pressure and frustration. Because it must affect them mentally. When you look back on all the you build a lovely home over there, 2-bedroom, 3-floor, 2-floor, whatever it is. And then you have to just leave it. There's no glory in that. You hold it and you finish Proverbs?
Till Proverbs 3.
5 to 7. You had 6, what 6 says?
Verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
No, this is so on them. Acknowledge the Most High, and he shall do what?
Direct thy path.
He shall direct your path. Because he would have directed your path for you to understand that Ethiopia is not Jerusalem. It's not your motherland. And obviously they know that there is some tie with the scriptures. They know that what they read in the scripture, that is what they should be leaning towards, you know. That's why they are putting it in Ethiopia. Tell about the Ark of the Covenant is there. Tell about at the motherland. Tell about Selassie, King of Kings, and my return of Christ, and all these bag of foolishness. They know, subconsciously they know that them are Israelite. Right? Yeah. A Chinaman who want to go into Ethiopia don't need to go into all those things. You just say, I go to Ethiopia go do business. Yeah. I want to set up business in Ethiopia. You no need to get into Mouse in tongue did teach communism down there. Or any such, they don't need to tie anything. Yeah. But because they know they are Israelite, that's why they are searching for the tie. Subconsciously, they are searching for the tie. But we are teaching you where the tie is. The tie is not in Ethiopia. The tie is right there in that same land that is Ethiopia, Jerusalem, which those Jewish men are. That's your land. You can't go for it. That's why we say you have to learn the truth. The Bible tells you, say, put on your garment. Oh, beautiful, put on your beautiful garment, oh Jerusalem, and sit down. Mean what? Learn back your culture, learn the Most High's ways, learn his law, statutes, and commandment, and wait upon it. Finish what you're reading.
Verse 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes.
And this is what they are doing. Like what this one state here so right now about Prince Emmanuel and something. He's trying to be wise in his own eyes. Repatriation has not come as yet. This is a migration. Repatriation is a worldwide setting where black people would repatriate to Africa, white men would repatriate from Africa to Europe. So guess what? It's not only in Africa, white man they all over the world.
Yeah.
So you are just trying to be wise in your own eyes, and by doing that, you're leading more people astray. All right, can you finish that?
Yeah. And depart from evil.
Depart from evil, man. Stop smoke. Stop worship other gods. Selassie is no God. Right? Selassie was just a criminal like any other politician. Selassie foreparents used to hunt down for your foreparents who used to be in Ethiopia, hiding from the European and catch you and sell you for money. They ever think what was the main trade of Ethiopia make Ethiopia did garner so much wealth? Why the kings them in Ghana so much wealth?
Right.
The nobles in Ethiopia, what was the source of their wealth? We never researched that. Slavery was it. They were major slave traders. And in 1942, Selassie abolished the slave trade. Right? 100 years after England. So in case you want to say, well, see the king abolished the slave trade. Well, guess what? Your oppressor did abolish it 100 years before him. So 100 years after England and America abolished slave trade, they were still profiting off slaves. Who they gonna sell to, I don't know. But obviously, they were buyers, right?
Yeah.
Plus, they were using slaves within their country. So last you know, so you look just like the man who him put. When you come to Jamaica, you know, him look at it and say, but them people look just like a man who I tend to the horses in my stable, who are doing the slave works at on my plantation. But you know, him have to keep him mouth quiet. Him have to keep him mouth quiet. And when the delegation then go over there and tell them, say, organize and centralize. He knows you can't organize, you know. He knew that. He was a church man. He used to go church, just like how the oppressor go church out here and use Christianity to oppress the people. Him did go church too. So when he tell you organize and centralize, he knows that wasn't going to happen. He knew. If he did believe in what he was saying and telling the brothers back then, organize, centralize, and this and that and so on, he would have done something to facilitate that move from Jamaica to Ethiopia, that migration move, right? If he has just used his authority as a king and even changed the law, to find no fear on himself and go, if he had done that, it would have made the transition more smoother. But because he's just an oppressor, just like the Europeans, he did not. Right? He did not. He only wanted to look good. Just like how Michael come and tell the people about land lease. And then get the land for lease and then live on it. But then I know water for plant. If rain don't fall, then don't grow nothing. If it doesn't rain, nothing grows. And he could have put well on the land. and pump irrigation water on the land. And he did not. Politics again. And our people need to identify politics when they see. Haile Selassie was a politician, right? Being a king, what do you take being a king for? That's politics, you know. You're running a country, you have governance. One day we're going to have to do it too. When we rule in this world, politics, you're going to learn, you're going to do the same thing they do but to you. The Bible said, grant it double to them. So politics are done. But don't make the politics play on you. Get smart now, man. And the brothers, them out there, want to stop deceive the people them further. Ethiopia is not their home. Africa is not our homeland. And the other side of Africa now, Ghana, enough of the African government say, hey, look, all right, Sizzler, go over there and talk to, like him and make demands. And what they tell him? Say? You remember that? The one that thing you didn't say to me. Him say, him is not, oh, I know you will hear it from. One of the Rasta. Then tell him, say him now represent.
Yeah, not one of the Rasta. Yeah, Rasta. Hear from a Rasta.
No, and no one. The story, another Rasta, as in Sizzler being a Rasta. Okay. But you hear it from another Rasta, which was he said, you don't represent Rasta. So if you were to tell him, say, if he was the sole voice for Rasta, then they would listen to him. So him come back home, now come make trouble. You have to understand politics. Then prop you up to come home, come make trouble. Yeah. So when if you come home and make trouble and come speak as the sole voice of Rasta, which is going to be the most difficult thing for you to do. Because many of the houses I say, oh, you speak for you and you weren't a part of our organization. So oh, you can be a part of all of the house and the Rasta. So and they won't tell you now, say, you can't speak for if you're not a member of our house. Or you're going to organize them. You see it? Right. Because we've gone into false, it's idolatry. And it was the same thing when we were in the land and the nations that were around us with Baal and them, we try Baal, we try Chemosh, we try all of them. None of them work. We come now with Rastafari or anything. It can't work. All right, drop what you have. We can finish off this part here now. Indians to India, Smile Island, Aztec mine. Right. The land grant in Sashamane was a gesture. Listen to this foolishness again. It was a gesture to show that there is land for black people and they must return to their lands because they were forcibly taken, he explained. Of course, we were forcibly taken, but I know you weren't taken from off your land. Why you think them same Africans did catch you and sell you out? Because you were encroaching. Yeah. So lastly, he said, was returning to Africa what was right for Africans, what was rightfully theirs. So how comes I in one seat? All the rest of Ethiopia no see that is you coming home. Louis Brown is a spokesperson for the Coral Guards Rastafarians, a group which has suffered severely at the hands of the Jamaican security personnel in 1961. Coral Guards massacre. They call it Black Friday. Now, yeah, I'm right on Good Friday now. So every time Good Friday come around now, them call it, the rest of them call it Bad Friday. Because it was a day when the police never not try to kill them out of Coral Gardens. And 61, that was under Moses Shearer. Atrocities for which the government has apologized and offered financial compensation. I wasn't aware of the issues of citizenship facing the people. So what do you expect? He told the Sunday Gleaner on Friday, admitting surprise. That is something that we will have to raise with the culture minister Oliver Grange. So what Oliver Grange can do with that? When next we meet. Brown said that it was clear that government to government lobbying must continue. Yeah, we can lobby with any government to ask them. You can leave Jamaica. Where can we go? We can go in Europe and get citizenship, you know. So because you can get citizenship, don't mean that you belong to that place, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, Sunday Gleaner, October 2 to 3, 2021. So them start date, you know. So, we're not Africans. This full time now, we don't see that. I don't know what to expect. All right, scripture close off. Give me Ezekiel 13.
Canada one can.
Here is a somebody I know. Huh? Struggle. What? Dusty Bandit. Talk English. Talk English for what? I people, everybody who is supposed to talk about this thing, I don't understand. What name? Abisha King. Abisha. You guys from West Africa. Yeah, no. You guys from West Africa, why? Why you hate your roots of West Africa? Oh yeah, tell us that we come from West Africa. You can't be us. See? We don't know we're not you. We don't stink like you. Abisha King. We don't smell like you, know. We like money. It is energy. Yeah, we know that. You know, heathen, man. Speak like a proper white Englishman. For what? I'm not an English patter. This patois is not cute. Patois is my language. Sloppy, struggle dusty bandits, talk English. Talk English for what? If you come catch you out again and sell you back to the white man. Mind your backside. I want to see you face to face. We're not making no talk, man. Put up pictures, no man, like we soon too. Put up pictures, man.
Our Facebook.
Let me see. That's supposed to YouTube. Oh, yes, this class was for our people, not for Africans, my dear. Right, Dusty Bandit, Abisha King. This not really for you. You're Eden. But you like money. Money is energy. Obviously, you can't get the energy to flow over there. Because the oppressors are taking away on the wealth. We know we are not Africans. Why you hate your roots of West Africa? Because we're not Africans. That's a part of our journey. So you're asking me why we hate our roots of West Africa, but then you're going to say, you can't be us.
Right.
The Most High did already give you the laws how to cleanse ourselves that we be not like you. We don't stink like you. We know that much. All right. Ezekiel 13.
Canada one can. Verse
5 to 6.
Canada one can. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the edges for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
Right. So this is saying that our leaders have not gone up. What's a gap?
Like the trenches, like the garrison, you know what I mean?
A gap is something that something can either come through like a doorway.
Yeah.
You have not gone up to the gap. So they have, our leaders have not gone to these areas which things can flow in onto us, our culture flowing out onto other people, right? All the kind of atrocities happen to our people. You don't hear our church leaders say anything. Whether it is good or it is bad, they say nothing. The only reason why some of them end up down the border the other day was because I.S.U.P.K went there, right?
Yeah.
And they were trying to claim some. They were trying to claim some recognition for themselves too. It didn't work, right? So our leaders have not led our people in the right way. Continue.
Canada 1 Gun, verse 6. They have seen vanity and lying divination.
They have seen vanity and lying divination. Meaning, well, what is vanity?
Something really important, you know?
All right.
Yeah,
Vanity no means it's not important, you know.
like money, you know what I mean?
The money is important.
Wealth and
Excessive pride in, or that's a noun. Excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. 2, the quality of being worthless or futile. So it means that it's futile. So we can take the futile. Read that over what you say again.
God. They have seen vanity and lying divination.
Lying divination, just like what Marcus Garvey did. But look to the east for the coming of a black king. It's more than just color, you know. Because most of the northern kingdom people is not, majority of them have black skin, right? Copper color. So it's more than just color. So let's have a look to the east for the coming of a black king. Yeah, that black king is Christ. He's not come yet. When Selassie, and Selassie, when Selassie was crowned king, Marcus Garvey was around. Marcus Garvey never followed him.
God.
So it could be that they misinterpret Marcus too. But when Marcus realized that they misinterpret him, but it garnered more support to him and keep him mouth shut. Because he didn't ever follow Selassie. When you read Philosophy and Opinion of Marcus Garvey, he never followed Selassie. He was looking lands to set up his government in Africa. He did not go to Ethiopia. He went to the west side of Africa and identified land there. So why him then go utilize Sashamani? At least Garvey know that we ain't no Ethiopian.
God.
Right? We don't look malnourished like them. We don't smell like them. We don't smell like Abisha right here. All right, to finish?
Last, sir.
Continue.
Canada 1 Gun, saying, the Lord said, and the Lord has not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word.
All right. So this is what they are doing by telling about this. This is not repatriation. This is migration.
Yeah.
I'm trying to confirm and to justify the false divinations which they themselves do, adding to what Garvey, Orwell, Garvey and Orwell are the two main culprit, right? Selassie never called himself Never tell them, say them to worship him still, you know. He was a Christian.
Good church going, man.
He was a devout Christian. Go down on his knees and pray for 6 or 9 times a day. Anybody who joined the Ethiopian Orthodox would know that, right? So, how them calling him God and growing lax when him never say him is God, and him never use the term King of Kings because that is what the ancient Axumite Empire used. The ancient Axumite Empire used King of Kings. Continue.
Yeah, that was it. You said to 7 or 6?
6. All right, Deuteronomy 32 and 22.
Everyone can. Everyone can. So we say 32 and 22.
Yeah.
Everyone can. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
Right. What is the what is it talking about? Foundation of mountains. It's not talking about the physical mountain you see on the land out there. This is talking about the government.
Yeah.
So it's talking about all the government. A fire is kindling his anger. He is vexed. What caused him to vex? I wonder why. Because of oppressors who keep oppressing the Most High's people, right? Like our YouTube user here, who believe that he or she, they sound like it's a king still, so maybe it's a he, right? And probably in the same place in Jamaica here too. But Dusty Bandit, the only Dusty Bandit is you.
Dusty Africa.
Dusty smell bad, stinking African.
Yeah.
And then the time people start going around you people, they're going to know that they are not the same like you. Our laws, we have laws that tell us we have to wash ourselves before we go before the Most High. We don't have any such laws. We don't have no law for washing. Sleep with a woman, broke and come and get up and gone same way. No bed. For days. I have no rest of no life. Stench. Woman going through them period, them sit down anyway. Take all public transportation and then the blood left on the seat, the man, they just go there and sit down same way. Yeah. Everybody move around in that. Nastiness. Can't come talk to we. You can't talk to we about cleanliness, man. Can't talk to we with nothing. Just a matter of time, my dear. All right. So, I'll just do the something then. Do I call it?
The Lord's Prayer.
No. The security announcement. And close out. Just the security announcement. So I know, 5:37. Can do the Lord's Prayer, yes. The security announcement, I can run a back here, so. All right, question? Ask the question, man. All right, Abisha King, you have any question? You can type it in quick, you can ask. We answer you still. If not, pass the class over to priest and officer Kayadwan.
Clap it up. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'aishar. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, that is the feast of dedication, that is Hanukkah, that is the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. It starts on Sunday, the 28th of November, for 8 days. You can find this in 1 Maccabees 4, 52 to 61. Reminding Akyam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we say medium, which means to stand. Sar, Lapanya, Akodam, which means turn to face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamaya, Kwadash, Aya, Shamka, Yahawa, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Aya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Aya, Washamaya, Natananawa, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaklanawa, Kawabwatnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kawabwatianawa, Wala'a, Kabayanawa, Wanasayawa, Aba, Awashainawa, Maya, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, Iwalamyam,
In English, our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into
And
temptation,
lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and glory,
forever.
forever.
So be.
So be it.
All right, salute out.
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Turn and face the teacher. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Rakata.
Yahweh Shai Brakatam.
Yaremata.
So salute the sisters. Like it. Salute the sisters.
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yaremata. Class dismissed. So, now try think upon your things still. Yeah. Do a short video upon the Rasta business. And just blaze upon them slack. Okay, sir.
In this time of the pandemic, where COVID-19 has crippled the world economies, where our government has ordered nationwide shutdown, where hospitals are overwhelmed.
Shortly after, the unthinkable happened.
I was literally stunned and frozen.
and their religious leaders are proven to be frauds. Where do you go to get all your questions answered and to hear what God has to say about this matter? You can only find the answers in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General YAHANNA. We give you scriptural breakdowns of world events and the up-and-coming world war. We will show you in the Bible where the children of Israel, who are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today, would suffer slavery in Jamaica, Caribbean, North, Central, and South America, and other parts of the world. We will show you in the Bible where God said He would send plagues upon the earth before He frees people from this captivity.
The World Health Organization has declared coronavirus a global pandemic.
We will give you the true teaching of the Bible, precept upon precept. To learn more, subscribe today and call the number in the description for I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. Shalom.
All right, shalom. Remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Yeah, man, even the ones who hate us and talking them bad things or whatever.